What's good, Commanders fans? So reportedly, the Washington Commanders are not expected to pursue Lamar Jackson. This is per Kimberly A. Martin, and I was wrong yesterday. I thought they placed the exclusive franchise tag on. They actually put the non-exclusive franchise tag on. I was kind of surprised about that. So you can trade 2 first-round picks for Lamar, and then you got to sign the deal if the Ravens decide not to match the offer sheet that you put on the table for Lamar Jackson. 2 first-round picks is not bad at all. You look what was given up for Russell Wilson, 3 first-round picks. Deshaun Watson, you look at his contract, what he got paid. That's not bad at all, man. 2 first-round picks. Normally, you probably have to give up 3 for a former MVP, a perennial Pro Bowl quarterback like Lamar Jackson. 36 touchdowns, 6 picks in that year, and he's only lost 45-16 record as a quarterback. I know he's lost in the playoffs. He did beat the Titans on the road. They did get beat by the Titans, but without him, they would not even get close to the playoffs. Before he got there with Joe Flacco, they were going nowhere. Then they benched Joe Flacco and put Lamar in, and he took him to 10-6, and they made the playoffs that year. The Ravens were basically dead in the water. They were in the mud before Lamar Jackson got there, and he revived that team. And they haven't gotten really any receivers. They got some running backs, but they've been getting guys like Dez Bryant. Who else? They got some old washed up Sammy Watkins. Those are receivers that they got, and they haven't been able to draft guys. Even their GM said they haven't done a good job of drafting guys. Now, when Rashad Bateman was healthy, Lamar was getting him the ball. Lamar got Hollywood Brown 1,000 yards, so he's able to throw the ball. He can throw the football. That narrative that he can't throw is not true. 62 over 60% completion percentage. Lamar is that guy, man. He's that guy. He's a legitimate quarterback in this league. He's going to be good for years to come. 26 years old, still in his prime. I know there's some injury concerns and the play style, but I think this year, honestly, I feel like if he really, really wanted to play, I think he would have finished the season. He played 12 games this year, but I think he was, basically upset about this contract situation, and he decided to sit out, or he wanted to save his body for this contract situation and decided to sit out and just not play the rest of the year. So the tough part is that he does not have an agent. I know that is concerning. Like his mom is his agent, kind of like The Game, the football show that used to come on like CW or whatever is UPN or whatever. It was on BET as well. The quarterback, his mom was the agent, stuff like that. So it's different to negotiate. It's different to negotiate that way. So but reportedly Kimberly A. Martin, I agree with what she tweeted. She I think she works for ESPN. She's on First Take or Get Up and stuff like that. She says been trying to gauge league-wide interest in Lamar Jackson since the Ravens placed the non-exclusive franchise tag on him. Washington is a team that on paper makes sense, just like the Falcons, but based on what I'm hearing, the Commanders are not likely to pursue Lamar Jackson. Also, Dov Kleiman says in total, the Falcons, Commanders, Panthers, and Raiders are still reportedly out on Lamar Jackson. So it is interesting that all these teams just came out and said that they're not interested in signing Lamar Jackson or trading for him. A lot of people are saying it's collusion, which is very interesting. I think it is a little fishy that all of these teams already just came out and said they're not interested. Now, the Commanders, I get why. Dan Snyder, the money, putting money in escrow, he just doesn't have the funds to make a move like that. I get it. Now, Matthew Berry, remember, he said one parting way for that Dan Snyder could do, his last move could be getting Lamar Jackson and then just leaving or something like that. Mike Florio also said something similar, where the Commanders could be in on Lamar Jackson, but all the reports are saying that they're not. So it's a complete 180 from last year when Ron Rivera went on that campaign saying that he wanted trying to get every quarterback that was possibly available. Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, anybody, Russell Wilson, any quarterback that was possibly available. Ron Rivera was parading and going on NFL Network, any channel that he could, and hitting up any team that he could to go and get their quarterback trade for the quarter. He even hit up the Chiefs out of all 32 teams. He hit up every 32 team inquiring about quarterbacks. And this year has been very quiet, which I actually like this approach rather than what they did last year. Maybe they could be sneaky and try to go out there and get Lamar, but it is intriguing. But I like what she said in the tweet that Washington is a team that on paper makes sense. Imagine him with Jahan, Terry, Curtis, Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson. Like, we would have the best offensive weaponry core that he's ever had in his career. By far. Of course, he had Mark Andrews, but he's only really had good tight ends. He hasn't really had good receivers. He had good running backs around him. But imagine how much he would boost his team. He's always had a winning record. And this is against a better division than what the NFC East has been in the past 3 or 4 years, to be honest with you. So if I would definitely inquire. I think it's negligent to not at least inquire or at least put your name in the hat for Lamar Jackson. I would definitely put my name in the hat for Lamar Jackson. If you want to upgrade this roster, we've barely had any franchise quarterbacks. We haven't had a franchise quarterback really since, 1992, 1991, when we won Super Bowls. And even those guys, we had a carousel with those guys. We had 3 different quarterbacks win Super Bowls. 3 different guys. So we've never had any consistency at the quarterback position really for the past 30 years, to be honest with you, at all. At all. The only electricity that we've had a glimpse close to something like Lamar Jackson is maybe RG3's rookie year. And that's about it. Kirk Cousins was consistent. He was solid. He was okay at best. But we haven't had any electricity like that since really RG3. And that was, what, one year. That was a flash in the pan. We didn't get that at all. So I would definitely consider it for sure. And I love Sam I Am How. I love him a lot. But Sam I Am, he might not even sniff what Lamar Jackson has done in his career. We just don't know. We just don't know. So to bank on that, rather than go after Lamar. But I get it. I just don't think Dan wants to spend any money. Ron Rivera, he knows what it is. There's a budget. They've been saying the budget where him and Martin Mayhew have said that the past, ever since the season ended in a press conference. So we're not making that move. We don't make moves like that. We don't make splashy moves for a quarterback. But we haven't had a franchise quarterback forever and ever. So that would definitely solidify the quarterback position. And giving up 2 first-round picks, I don't mind that at all. There ain't no problem with that. You know, just look at the Rams. Look what they did. They traded for Matt Stafford. They won a championship. And honestly, if you give up 2 first-round picks, who are you giving up? A corner? We're just going to give up a corner that we'll potentially draft, and then another probably defensive guy or offensive lineman. You know, I would trade that for a franchise quarterback any day of the week. I would trade that for any day of the week. And I like Jamin Davis, but would you trade Jamin Davis and maybe Montez Sweat for Lamar Jackson? I think you would definitely do that. I think we all would do that right now, to be honest with you. And I like Montez Sweat a lot, but we're even debating about giving him another contract. Same thing with Chase Young. We're debating on giving him another contract. So I would definitely give up 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson easily. You look at Deshaun Watson, what he got paid. Lamar Jackson, he deserves to get paid. I think what Deshaun Watson got paid. Look at Daniel Jones. He just got paid. It was like $30 million a year, 35, something like that. More than that. Derek Carr just got $35 million per year. So, I mean, Lamar deserves to get paid, man. He deserves to get paid. So I would definitely be interested, but I just know realistically we would not get Lamar. But I think it's negligent to get better to not at least put your name in the hat. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think about Lamar Jackson in D.C. It would be electric, especially to steal him from Baltimore right down the street. You know, all the Commanders fans that jumped ship and went to the Ravens. Once the Ravens got going with Lamar Jackson, you saw how many Commanders fans just jumped ship and left to Baltimore, went down the street and down 95. I live in Baltimore, so I see how it is. And I saw how the fan base was in Baltimore. It was dead in the water when Joe Flacco was the quarterback. And then Lamar came in and everybody was wearing purple in the grocery store. It just went crazy when Lamar was going off in that MVP season. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Hell to Commanders. Peace.